Look lame. It is lame. I wonder if the people them stop do. I wonder if people them busy. I'm still a prepare. I'm still a prepare for them work their school day tomorrow. I wonder if anyone will be available to join me. Actually home and say, you know what? Let's see if some people can keep my company when I wash 2 dishes and talk about 2 little things. And talk about 2 little things. Who there? Show yourself. Hi, my sissy poo. Yeah, keep your sister company though. One thing with you, you gotta keep your sister company. One thing with you, you gotta keep your sister company. All if I you alone, I have, we're gonna talk. I'm just here. About to wash some dishes. I'm gonna say, why not just come on and go live a little bit? Why not? I feel so hot. I need to put some more water in the fridge. I don't usually drink cold water, you know. I don't drink cold water. And when this me draw for cold water, I know say. When I know from heaven to earth, say the place hot. The place well hot. When this me draw, it's greasy. When this me draw for cold water, place well hot. Well, it's not as bad today, so let me not complain. Yesterday and the day before was actually worse. So give God thanks. Give God thanks that it's better than it was yesterday. What everybody up to? What are you people up to? I know it's a very difficult time right now. We've got people coming in after some people still there at work. You know, I know that there's so much going on. But for the one or the two were there, but just so why not? Maybe somebody else the home and we jump on and we decide say and we'll decide say them I go come listen. Right? Right? So yeah. Today I was just thinking and I'm like I was just thinking about something and I said why not just come and come share it. I really would want to talk when I have a few more people. I don't know how busy or interactive the live is gonna be because I know it's the middle of the week, literally the middle of the week, and you know people might still be at work. Some people might be preparing, helping kids with homework, all those stuff. Thank God the teachers decided at my daughter's school that they won't be giving them homeworks today and most likely for the rest of the week because it's the last week of school. Thank God for that. So that free me up a little bit. To get some time to be able to do some stuff. But you know, I was just giving God thanks. I got an should I say a message? I got a message today, and it just put me in such a grateful mood. It put me in such a grateful mood, right? And I'm like, I remember the first time years ago that I said I wanted to do this specific thing. And at the time when I said I was going to do it, I just said it. I didn't have any idea when it will be done. I didn't have any idea how I will do it or how I would do it. I just know that I wanted to get it done. And today I got a message, and I literally would have successfully completed that task. Right? I may say, what show me I live in one of my prayer them? I'm literally living in one of the prayer them. Me literally live in one of my prayer them. Oh, I pray for this. Oh, I literally pray for this and do this. I'm living in one of my prayers right now. And it just, like, I just had a flood of emotions. Like I said, Jesus, I feel emotional, I feel, it gave me a sense of nostalgia because I could remember the specific moment and I said, boy, I'm going to do this enough. And now that I'm doing it, it don't feel like I wanted to do it years ago. It feel like I just want to do it and I do it now. And I say, I live in one of my prayer them, you know. And I say, boy, I feel grateful, you know, because sometimes we don't know, we don't need to know the how we know. We just know, we need to know that God just going to do it. And I just want to say, boy, another thing that came to mind was, if I had listened to people, if I did listen to people, negative people, I wouldn't do what I do. And then it brought me back to this thing when I hear one time when somebody says, stop taking constructive criticisms from people who never construct nothing yet. Hey! That's a word. Stop taking constructive criticism from people who never construct nothing yet. Some people have all of the answers to your life, and it never worked for them one. That not strange? That not strange to you? Some people have all of the answers to your life, but them can't apply the same or even something else for them own life. That's weird. I don't care what nobody wants to say. My father always tell me, say, the best person to get advice from is somebody who actually was successful in the thing. Don't get me wrong, there are lessons in errors. There are lessons in errors. And sometimes those persons too can be very, very beneficial to you because you can know what you should. The thing you should be taking from that is how not to do it. Some people can tell you how not to do something, you know, and that is true. They can tell you how not to do it because they did it that way and it failed. But there's no way that they can tell you how to do it if they have never done it. Because all you're going to tell me is a theory because you never tried it. So you don't know if it really worked. But if somebody tried something and it worked, then you can say, the person here know what I'm talking about because they tried it and it worked. Stop taking constructive criticisms from people who never construct nothing yet. Yes, as I said, you can learn something from them. You can learn what not to do. But you can never learn what to do from somebody who has never done something or done that something successfully. Unless them hear from somebody who did it successfully, they cannot give you an accurate idea of how to do something what them never do yet. But when I realized today, I said, Jesus, I live in one of my prayer them right now. I call my husband and I said, Theodore, remember years ago, you know, Years ago, I said, I want to do this and I want to do that. And look how I literally I do it. I literally in at the moment and I say, I just got so overwhelmed and thankful and grateful. I said, God, thank God I did not listen to the naysayers. Like, just thank God I did not listen to people who would tell me don't do this or I can't do that or why you do that or why you not do this. So because the next thing to everybody have their own journeys and nobody's situation is the same. Nobody's situation is the same. Life is not a one size fit all. It is not a one size fit all. What works for you might not work for somebody else. Right? So therefore, the best thing, even though you can learn from people, some of the best thing and some of the best ways to do it is to make an attempt. Is to make an attempt because sometimes I have some things I want to do and people tell me all the impossibilities in my plans. All the impossibilities in my plans and I don't run to prove them wrong. I don't run to try it because to me, if it's never been tried, you can't say it, you can't accurately say I will be unsuccessful. If it has never been tried, how can you accurately tell me say what I'm planning to do now go work? Let me at least try. That's just how I am and that's just me. And I was talking to one of my girlfriends and I said, boy, even making this move like to Canada, I was saying so many people make it seem like say if you make a move to another country and it don't work out for you for whatever reason, whether it be you never like it or it no work out, your plans don't work out, plans change, why you feel like say me can't just do something else? Why you feel like me can't just go back to my yard or go back to my country or why you feel like say this is a like if it's a one hit and if me not hit it, I hit that me done. Why people make it seem like that? And I always want to say this to people. If you go on country and it don't work out for you, it just don't work out for you. It just don't work out for you. You might not like it. It might never work out or you expect it to work out. What a big deal. So for me, I wouldn't know or you cannot know if something is going to work out for you or if you're going to like something if you never do it yet. The only way to accurately say enough for me, this enough for me is after you try it. After you try it. You have to try it first though. You have to try it first. You just have to try it first. Listen, I'm just so excited to see some of the things that I prayed about and dreamed about coming true. But I used to always say, some people's overnight success took them 20 years. What that mean? You only see when this person pop up and successful, but you never see the hard work. You never see the sleepless nights. You never see the hard work part. So in your mind, the person is the overnight success. But as my daddy said, enough people overnight success took them 20 years. Because majority of the time, unless you just have family riches or you have something good on away from you, many of the times people have to work hard, sleepless nights. The heights of great men reach and kept was not attained by sudden flight. As it said, but they while their companions slept were toiling upwards through the night. So it simply means enough time when you see people, and when you see them become successful, kill on a dead. Or because they just fly up on an overnight, or just luck. Yeah, just luck. A lot of the time, success is hard work, meeting opportunities. Hard work. We don't talk about the part there. We don't talk about the part there. We only want to talk about the part about overnight. I know the person that did have help. I know the person that did this. No, I'm not taking that away. Yes, sometimes the person did have help for true. But many times people just have to put in the hard work. Even my husband today, and when he said to me, he said, Zena, I'm so proud of you and I'm so proud of us because hard work do it. And I can literally say, hard work do this. Hard work do it. Nothing less than hard work do this. I really, honestly, I really have to take some time to just appreciate it, because I don't think that is something that I'm working on too. I decided this year to work on that, which is to take time to be grateful for the progress that I've made in stuff that I set out to do. And no matter how small it is, take time, because sometimes I get so caught up in just wanting to do everything. I sometimes forget to just take time to appreciate the things that I have accomplished and or living, take time to appreciate the prayers that I'm currently living out. Because a lot of us are living in our prayers and we don't realize. Never we don't realize that we're living in something right now that we prayed for. Never we don't realize, say, we are live in a one dream right now what we are praying for. Never we might never did work a couple months ago, and now we are work and we used to pray to God, said, boy, I want to job, things drop, whatever. Remember that you're living in something that you prayed for right now. You're living in a moment that you prayed for. I want you to realize that and realize how deep that is. Because sometimes we are praying for things we don't know when it's going to come true, We don't know when it's going to come true. But guess what? When it do come true, because sometimes it come true, and most times things don't come true same time, we tend to forget that we're literally living in a moment that we prayed for. And that is something we want to start, take my time and slow down and thank God for. Say, me I live in one of my prayer right now. Yeah man, but I just felt like coming on and sharing, because me say, boy, you know how many of us right now, they have got through something and God take it out of it. Yeah. But I felt so proud. I can't wait to really can just share certain things and show you how sometimes it's better just work in silence and just do your thing and know, say, everybody path is different. And don't compare yourself to people, because sometimes you're comparing your beginning to somebody's middle. Sometimes you compare your beginning to somebody's 3/4 or somebody's finish line. And in a year brain, Jesus, I'm so behind. Not realizing that a two different races are run. The person you're reaching at the middle of the race and you at the beginning, a year one. So don't compare yourself to other people, because as I say, your beginning, look under their bad mind or fret and realize that the person that started 10 years ago, 15 years ago, so naturally they're gonna be ahead of you. They're now in the middle of their chapter. So you have to take the time, as them saying, rush the brush and waste the paint. Don't rush the brush and waste the paint. Take your time. Slow and steady does it. Slow and steady does it. Slow and steady wins the race. I always tell people that. Many times people come back to me when we give them, because I've worked on that, but I can be very direct. Because at this stage in my life, I don't have time to waste. So I can be very direct. I try not to be harsh. I try not to hurt people's feelings. And sometimes if you hurt feelings, I go on. I'm telling you this. Sometimes you can hurt feelings if you go on. Because sometimes if you don't tell people how it is and hurt them feelings, and the girl kind of make them, enable some of them. Different strokes for different folks. Some people need it gently and they're going to accept it and appreciate it and learn from it and move on. Some people have to hurt them feelings a little bit. You have to hurt them feelings a little bit. Yeah. I miss that friend. Me will tell you what it is. Because I don't have time to waste. I don't have the time for it. I always say, people say, listen, I have 2 daughters. And I have to go through all the phase them 2 times. I don't have time to deal with some things. So I feel like, say, you should have been deal with already. Or, I'm not going to say that, boy, I'm not going to be patient with people or whatever. But as I keep saying, sometimes you have to just get straight to the point with people. Sometimes you just have to get straight to the point, and that's just the truth. You just have to get straight to the point. That's what I say I'm going to do. If I put it over here, so what I say I gotta do? What I say I gotta do? You know much time people call me and say, boy, Zena, remember when they did tell me this, I remember when they did tell me that. I remember telling somebody that I always felt like the black sheep of my family and my friend groups. The older I got, or the older I'm getting, I realize that I am slowly and steadily finding my groove and finding my people, right? But before that, even to my 20s and my, can I say early 30s? Because I'm still in my early 30s. Some of you know, like the beginning of my 30s, I think that I was going through a period of my life where God was shifting people and kind of letting me know who my people are. So I think now, more than ever, people understand certain things. So I kind of feel like some things I don't really have to say because it's a given, right? And I've said sometimes I used to feel like me the black sheep of my family and my friend groups, because when I say certain things, take out some of the fridge. When I say certain things, it would be it's just the bed. I know what you're talking about. It's just the bed, okay? Yeah, because sometimes I will, Well, I don't know what to tell you right now, baby. Just come out then and sit down here. Yes, sometimes I would give people advice, or not really advice, but my opinion. Them also something I give them my opinion. If you ask me, I will give you my opinion. I can't give you your opinion. And when I give them my opinion, they would go naturally so and do and making it and do what they want to do, which is them right, them entitled to do it. You're entitled to make your own decisions. You're entitled to live your life, or you want to live your life. But I've been witnessing in later times, or in more recent times, that so many of these people would come back to me and say, why this that and honestly, I'm not going to turn my back on them, you know. I'm not going to turn my back on them. I'm not even going to say I told you so. Because everybody have a right to live them life and make the mistake them what them due for make. Because mistake are one of the best teachers, right? Everybody has that right. But sometimes I'm like, I sit down, I tell you the pros, I tell you the cons, I point it out to you, I tell you what I think, and I say go think about it, no matter rush the brush, you know, just take a time and think about it. And I still go and go do it. Right? I'm always tell people say, a smart person learn from their own mistake, but a wise person learn from the mistakes of others. Right? So you don't have to go make the same mistake to prove a point. If me tell you, say, listen, if you go over there, so, you go bust your toe, and you go drop through the big old hole over there, so, and you be like, yeah, but if you never drop in the hole, I want to go and drop in the hole, and then, you know, maybe the hole will work out different for me. I'm going to say, alright, go drop in the hole then. And then when you drop in the hole, you come back and act brand new. But I tell you, because my sister drop in the hole, or me drop in the hole, I'm literally tell you, if I go over there, go drop in the hole, somebody come act brand new with me. Somebody come act brand new, just come take accountability, be accountable, learn from the thing and move on. Because trust me, I'm a friend who, me I go there to brush it off. I go there to brush it off. I want something you want about. Me, I go there to brush it off. But one thing that one maybe should I call it stipulation that I have is accountability is a must. If you don't take accountability, you can't come and talk to me. I don't like people who are not accountable. I don't like, because when you're not accountable, you're gonna make the same mistakes all the time. You're gonna make the same mistakes all the time. And the next thing I'm gonna talk about is them set of people who sit down, or not only sit down, who live the life for them want to live. You tough it out, sacrifice, and do what you for do. And then them want to live them best life. And then expect, say, after you sacrifice your time, so when you did want you choose not to be your head, or when you did want go to the party and choose not to go to the party, but them go and for them head do, and them have all of the hot clothes them and you decide to hear I'm gonna just work with the suit them I have, you know. I'm gonna stay so and clutch right so tonight, you know. You must, them people that who expect say you must make all of the sacrifices them for them. You have to make all of the sacrifices them for them. I want to talk to them people, I want to talk to them people, I want to talk to the people who feel like say, hi Monique, how are you? I see you checked in. Girl, me just there because I guess somebody I watch some plates. And sometimes me in the mood, I like watch the plate them, but if I don't in the mood, I don't really like watch the plate them. And I say, no what, me just go live and see who they have to keep my company. I know someone they at work or someone just come in and not help them with them homework or not clean up or not prepare for work tomorrow. But I say, I'm just go and chat and see who we pass through and something. But money, but they talk about the people them, we want you to do all of the sacrifices for them. Yeah, well money, all that is necessary to be fine is fine. I can't say that. I have life, my kids are healthy, my husband is good, my family alright. You the right here, so with a nice clean self. Not what wrong. Most things fine. Yeah, but I was talking about those people, thank you Monique, who feel like say you must make all the sacrifices for them. You for sacrifice not doing your hair. You for sacrifice not buying the hot clothes them. You for sacrifice not going to the party them. And when you accomplish, you entitled and obligated to carry them on your back on your shoulder. No, and I saw it go. And I saw it go not all because guess what? When media sacrifice, you did live your best life. When media sacrifice, you did live your best life. So keep the same energy. There is nothing worth having when you come with a little bit of sacrifice. Nothing worth having when you come with one little bit of hard work. But when I like have them conversation there, I realize that what is popular nowadays is fakeness, vulgarity, and lewd behavior. So when you start getting real pan something on your social media, it's slow and hard for you. Remember me tell you that. It's when you start getting real pan social media, it's very slow and very hard for you. Because if you're not be lewd, if you're not be vulgar, if you're not be fake, if you're not live one life where not real and live one life above your means, you're not gonna make it, or you're gonna take your time. If you take your time and slow and steady, I'm gonna tell my family and my little circle of me have, because my circle don't full up them here. My circle very small. I'm gonna tell you this. You see, however long it takes for me to find my circle, I'm gonna take my time. You see, anybody when I'm meant for me, I don't need them anyways, because guess what? I'm gonna have to put on a show to keep those people. More people who connect with me to come right here, so. Because me can't fake. And if me even try fake knowing me how me stay, it never work for long. It never work for long. Because I'm just too real. I don't really watch the face. As I watch the face, I brush the teeth. But it's just not me. It's just not me. I could have done so many things on social media to get popping and to bust out and for whatever. But my father always used to tell me, it's a shortcut, it draw blood. Shortcut, draw blood. But say anything where you work for, and put in a sacrifice for, you will appreciate it more, you will value it more, and it will last longer. You know, yesterday my daughter called me, my older daughter, and she said she wanted to go and buy something. I was like, girl, you don't have little money because her card is not working. So here what happened in the house now. Her card, the top is not working, but she can shop online. And then my card, I can't shop online, but my top is working. So the both of us needs to go to the bank because the other day my husband's card was doing the same thing. So the two of we need to go to the bank. So she called me and she said, Mommy, I want to buy one journal. So I say, well, I'm buy it then now. You have some cash because your card now work. Use the cash you have. And she said to me, say, Mommy boy, how much of the journal? I said, when I saw them the last time in Dollarama, they were for like $5 or so. Yeah, G's and P's, why $5 sounds so expensive to me? I'm a bust out a laugh and I'm on the bus, I'm a bust out a laugh. I say, it sounds expensive to a year money you spend. No. She said, yes, Mommy. I say, all of a sudden, when me spend the $5, it sounds one leap. I say, yeah, so it go. But you see, when people want to take from people, it's very easy. People will have you up if you can't do something for them. They will have you up if you can't do something for them. But them not vex with themselves when them can't do the same thing for themselves. That's weird. That is so weird to me. That's weird behavior. Oh, you vex with me, say me can't do something where you can't do for yourself. That not sound right, kid. Oh, you for vex with me for something. Say me can't do something for you what you can't do for yourself. Then that sounds sensible to you? No. And it's the same thing I teach my daughters them. I say anything you can do for yourself, don't expect a man to do it for you. And what that means? That means I teach my daughter, right now the older one, because the little one little, she has 7, and then if I have certain conversations with her. But my older daughter is 16. And I said to her, find you a husband who can afford for you not to work if you don't want to work, but make sure that you don't need him. You know what that means? But basically I said to her, say, even if you make all of the money in the world, make sure you find a partner who can pull the same weight. It might not be financially, but that's usually the first thing you go for. But I also say to her, if you're looking for that in a partner, make sure that you are also that partner. Make sure you're not asking nothing from your husband where you can't do for yourself. But at the same time, make sure that you have a partner who won't allow you to do it for yourself. You understand what I say? Because even now, day and age, when I was younger, me used to strong black man, independent, all of that. Yeah, me strong. Me a strong black man. I'm gonna want a man for this. I'm gonna want a man for that. And whatever. You see the older me get? Oh, I don't want to be no strong black man. I want to be the small little, the soft little flowers, the delicate little egg. And that me I look for right now. Yeah. And thank God that I have a husband who is willing to work to help build our dreams and our plans. Thank God for that. But at the same time, I would never want to be asking my husband to do certain things or me not willing to do. I'm going to tell my daughter them that. Make sure say anything you ask anybody for, make sure you can do it for yourself. And I don't mean if you need help, and have to call somebody for help, because certain things is a given. But with some people, you have to explain everything. Sometimes you need help, and you can't do certain things for yourself. But I'm simply saying, work hard, accomplish your own, do things for yourself, have your goals, reach them too. So if a man come and meet you, him already see what you can do for yourself, so you can't expect nothing less. And him can't expect to do nothing less than what you do for yourself. You understand? And I got to that point because I was trying to say that so much people vex with you when you can't do something what them can't do for themselves. And I say, why you not vex with yourself? You call me and be asking something that I can't do it and you have me up. But you couldn't do it for yourself. Why not have it yourself? Why not have it yourself? So when I was talking to my friend, I was saying, listen, you see me's a girl when me no watch no face. Me sacrifice the hairstyle, me sacrifice the clothes, me sacrifice the going out, me sacrifice the party. Because when me bust through the gate here, and when me come out, and the world the people are gonna look and talk and who are gonna want to say, boy, Jesus, Zena have this going for her, Zena do this or Zena do that. Me want if you can draw back for the YouTube video them, we show when Zena head you want to do. And the YouTube video them was showing Zena wear the 1 and the 2 blouse for 2 years straight. And I want to drop for the YouTube video them was show so Zena they take the bus. I want to drop for the YouTube video them. Alexa, stop. I want to drop for the YouTube video them. We show so Zena left her car and come start over from scratch. And me watch her face and hold on her head and know say she got just do what she have to do for do what she want to do. I want can draw back. Because I remember, I say this all the time, I remember more than one people say, Zena, boy, Zena, you go up on YouTube now, make sure you do up your ear, make sure you buy up your this and you put on little makeup and stuff. I say, why? I say, see, when me start do that consistently, and me start fix up and do certain things that I know say in me and not just me, I don't want to give nobody no fake expectations. I want people to see that there's a start, there's a middle, and there's a finish. I don't want to just bust out through the gate and go and like say I have everything together and I always act and I always look good and I always dress up and my ear always do and I this and I that and I always have enough clothes. No, I don't want to jump out the gate showing that. You understand? I want to show people, say, you can start where you're there. Start where you are, because see, once you have a vision, you see, once you know what you are work for, now watch the face, and I always tell people, say, what is my ear done gonna do for you? What is my ear having in the latest hairstyle and having in the longest ear? I'm not saying anything is wrong with them, because of course me go when me stop make certain sacrifices or whatever, I'm gonna get back on the hot girl game. I'm going to show my daughter them something, because my daughter them feel like the mother now want hot girl from them a long time there. Of course I'm going to show them that. But the point is, what is me consistently having the latest, this or the latest that gonna do for me or do for somebody else? I always tell people, say, I rather have money than look like I have money. One that go for someone on the head. I rather have money than look like some have money. Enough people aren't gonna look like them have money. And if something happen, God forbid, tomorrow and them but them too, them not have a red cent to do nothing for themselves. Only people only look like them have money. I always tell people, say people who have money don't have to prove that they have it. You see, anybody who try extra hard to show say them have money, most likely them don't have it. Especially when them live a foreign. Them go to cut the credit card them and them go buy something and go return them stop make them frightened. Oh no. And then only that they do it the right way and I do it at the right pace, and then when you come out and see people that live fake life, it frighten you and you put yourself in a problem, financial problem, and someone will put yourself in a legal problem with the law to try to keep up with a facade, with a fake life. Follow on your own pace. Stay in your own lane. And enough time when you hear people telling you that, but you refuse to believe say it's real. Some things are so simple. When you feel like so to make it is something much more complicated than it, because somebody telling you just to be consistent and be yourself, that sounds too simple. I can't that alone it take. Little more something must in it. I can't that alone. Sometimes that's all it is. Sometimes that's all it is. Just be yourself. Just be yourself and humble yourself and just know say your people them are gonna find you. Your lane are your lane. Believe me, man. Your lane are your lane. You understand? Just slow and steady does it. Slow and steady. A whole heap of people want to sleep on social media right now. Sometimes I hear somebody story there and watch and see when you watch. Because I was watching, I remember, I don't know how me buck up on this YouTube video that was showing some persons who lived lavishly on social media. And then when them pull up people them lifestyle, and when you see police or feds are bust them and all kind of something, they really say some of them are scam, some of them are thief, some of them do all kind of something. There's one, me here, Mr. One of them where some girl where live some hot life, some place where them go and them sleep with all animal. And you that they are bad mind them full of infection, them full of that. And you that they are bad mind them. And not knowing that it's not natural. It's not natural. Them not get it by natural means. The things that them have to suffer through and endure, you would do it. Slow and steady does it. Not frighten me. You ever say? No. Not all frighten me. Not all frighten me. Not all frighten me. There's nothing I can say can frighten this girl, yeah. Because he wants me to make up my mind. So me, I'll go through what me if I go through, forget to me, I forget. Nothing frighten me. Nothing. Nothing at all. I remember when me and my husband were back home in Jamaica, and you know, my husband is an AC technician, and I used to go up and work with my husband and a man. Yeah. Me used to go up and work with my husband. I learn how to drill out hole. I know I can install an AC unit. I learned from my husband how to install AC units. Everything. And I remember when enough time we left work, you know, and we dusty from head to toe. Pure dust. Because whenever drill out the wall, you know, it dusty bad. Pure dust. And sometimes we are walk through, my husband and laugh because we look dirty and we look mad, we look crazy and dirty. And we are walk through sometime, and sometimes you have to stop in at the stores in the supermarket them, and we are doing shopping and say, oh, me figure tired so, and drive go all the way home and then bed and then drive come back supermarket. But so now we are stop on the way, and I know sometimes that sometimes you can see the stairs, but sometimes honestly we're getting so much more open-minded. Enough people not really watch them something anymore to say, boy, look how they're dirty and watch them at the supermarket or whatever. You understand? Because sometimes you don't get the people, I mean, no, so the man, sometimes I say, boy, Theodore, I wonder if my thing say, boy, Lord, look how them look, man, they just dirty, them can't go clean up themselves, them can't go bathe, and them can't go whatever. And used to always see my husband say, them can't go and watch that. Used to say, them can't go and watch that. Me quite fine, because me just come after work, and they could change how we get it quite comfortable. Because when you do AC work, you do some good big project, you know. It's there, you understand? And then the next thing that many they talk about is coming to Canada. Is it coming to Canada? You see the word then where we look down upon at Jamaica and the Caribbean? The so-called dirty work them? Yeah. The blue collar jobs are what make the money in Canada. The technician them, the laborer them. Yeah. And them job they make the money in Canada. And in those jobs when people see them, they may look down upon them. They may look down upon them. They don't look down upon them. Because they know say a big money people them there. If you put down one little door over here and somebody will tell you $1,200, $800, a big money job them then. Yeah, if you drive the bus over here, a good work. Good work. The work people vie for. Good work. Good work that. If you go drive the bus. Yeah. Because you have to get your training and your education over here if you go do certain things. Yeah, so what we look at, if we need to flip that mindset and reset the thinking there. We need to reset that thinking. And it goes to, you know what though? I just realize say, not GSAT, what you call a pep time now. Pep time now. And you know how much pitney they know who they are ball. And I say them not smart. Or I said this and I said that because they might not go to school and I go. But I always tell people, if you judge a fish, they hear this and it always stick to me. If you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will be stupid. What that means is, you take a fish and you attempt to climb the tree. The fish not belong on the land. The fish strength is in swimming. You understand? But if you put him to swim, you're going to say, Jesus, I'm bright, him smart, he look like good pan that. But if you put him the same fish to climb the tree, the fish is going to look dumb. So I always encourage parents, including myself, try to find one of the kids them good at. I know everybody are going to be this typical, oh, I want to be a lawyer, or I want to be a doctor, whatever. Nothing is wrong with that because we have to have lawyers, we have to have doctors. Right? We have to have those people. But the point I'm also making is somebody have to build the house them where the doctor them are going to live in and where the patient them are going to stay. Somebody have to live there, so somebody have to build them. Somebody also have to take up the garbage them to keep we safe and healthy. Right? So what I'm trying to say is sometimes we have to look for the strength that our kids have and foster that. And that is something that I want to see more of in the Caribbean. Me can say in Jamaica, because I don't know nowhere else. I'm going to go to Jamaica, I know a little bit about Canada now through me there. But I want to foster that. I love to see that being fostered a little bit more in Jamaica. Where your sister and picnic not necessarily good, we're not even so good, not necessarily love the reading, but you want them to do literature. And I tell them to everybody to be lawyer and enough reading it take for go do that. But you say them go do them hand. Make them go do some courses. And you see all them excelling, building things and fixing things and stuff like that. You understand? And that is something that I can say I appreciate with Canada per se, which I know that it is a more, it's a developing or developed first world country. And we might not have all the resources in Jamaica that they have, right? And the amount of people to pay the tax them to get more things done. I know all of that. My little Jamaica, I love it, but now a little bit of Talawa. I not take with that, but I'm saying something that we need to spend a little bit more time. If I even want one school in each parish where foster other skills. If I even want one school in every parish that fosters the certain kids who are good in a certain other things. You understand what I mean? I know say I have like the Heart Institute, I have certain technical schools where might do look at TD and look at this and look at that, but there's so much more things. Over here you have schools where like facilitate kids who does art, and it's better about high school, not just college or whatever, or facilitate kids who do art or facilitate kids who are good in tech or whatever. I think we need to have, even if we can't have every like a one school in every parish, if I have at least one class in every school then that does different things to show the kids true talent in other areas. Because in every picnic have a so-called book bright then in a maths and English, but they might book bright in something else. So a lot of the kids who did PEP and the results are now out, we need to encourage them that it doesn't mean that you're dumb. It doesn't mean that you're not bright. You're just not find your thing yet. And we need to see what we kids them good enough and push them in at that and encourage them to go there. So instead of saying you never pass the traditional high school, so you're fool or you're dunce or you're whatever. We need to realize our kids' abilities and our kids' potential and push them in our work for them. So all the little kids who did PEP, I'm proud of you. I'm very proud of you. Very proud of you. And good job whichever way it turned out for you. And it's not which school you go, it's where you go there go do. Because most of the public schools have the same syllabus. So you still have another opportunity to excel in another area. You still have another opportunity to excel in what you love. So don't be too hard on yourself. Don't be too hard on yourself. Brush yourself off. If you know say you could have do better and this make a slip up or you will waste your time, you still have time. I have friends who never passed the quote unquote traditional schools that excelled more than people who passed for the traditional schools. And that's not a way of diminishing the people them who pass to the school them didn't want to pass to. And by no means doing that. Because congrats to you. Congrats to you who do the hard work and pass your school. Congrats to you who passed to the school where you want to go. Congrats to you who passed for your first choice. Because my daughter, my older daughter, she did start high school in Jamaica and she passed for her first choice. That's where she wanted to go. And me go tell you the truth, full transparency, I wanted her to go to Immaculate because she has the grades, but then the school that she passed for has the same grades, and that's just where she from. I don't know where she got the love for it. She said she just started doing her research and really liked the school, and she passed for her first choice, and me did proud. Immaculate who? Immaculate where? Which Immaculate? I don't know only Immaculate anymore because my daughter did pass our good up St. Andrew High School for girls, and the grades were the same, and she got excellent grades. But that was her first choice, and that was what she wanted. So I encouraged her and I championed her. And when that happened, I said, boy, my daughter, I feel like a hypocrite. Because I remember my father saying, Zina, when me there go school back then, the only school you want pass a KC. You just want to pass a KC. And my father says, Zina, I say, when me pass Olmaz, and me go Olmaz the first day, and them sit down and tell we say, and them indoctrinate we. The same day me left school, me the pan. What kind of KC? But a KC. A whole man's my thing there. And me that thing because after my daughter passes St. Andrews, hear me. Immaculate wear. Big up all of my immaculate people, I'm right through still, but immaculate wear. Hear me. Immaculate wear. St. Andrews all the way. And by the way, I'm a Swan. I'm a Swan. I went to St. Hugh's High School, and my little sister passed for St. Andrews High School, but she also came to Canada to study. Well, she's Canadian born, so she came back to her country to study. But the point is, after my daughter passed her first choice, well, from before, not after she told me that St. Andrews where she wanted to go, of course, I started support her immediately. But after she told me, St. Andrew, my thing did that too, right there, so St. Andrew did that. But so I'm not diminishing the efforts of those who might, maybe they took the extra step. And some people, even it's not about taking the extra step, it's just not, the exam is just not for them because that's not where their strong suit is. But me not diminish the pitney them who sit down and study overnight and do the extra curriculum and put in the extra effort to pass to them school and them pass. Have big up on yourself, but proud that one. Me not diminish that. But I'm also saying in the same breath, remember those students who they just might not be good exam sitters. They might not be good in the specific areas that they're learning in school, but they're good in other areas. All I'm trying to say is try to find what areas those kids too are good in and foster those relationships, foster those situations. That's all I'm saying. All right, me not diminish nobody who work hard. And also, I don't want some kids to think that it's because they're not working hard why they never go to school and they want to go. Because sometimes it is also about, it's just not. For you, can I keep telling people all the time, life is not a one size fits all. It is never that, and it will never be that. So me can study the same amount, me can put in the same amount of effort, and our results are different because we process information differently, we receive information differently, and we repeat information differently, right? Because I always tell people about I had a chemistry teacher because I did all the sciences. When I was in high school, I did all the sciences in CXC, chemistry, physics, and bio. And I used to mash up chemistry. Chemistry was my favorite. I used to mash up chemistry, right through and through. Chemistry was my thing. And I remember I got a specific chemistry teacher who derailed my experience. Who derailed it because she was so bright, but she just couldn't teach it. Because teaching is a skill. You can know the information, but you cannot repeat it in a way to make others understand. teaching is a skill. And I feel like even if you are very bright in a certain subject, I feel like you must still get training in how to teach that information, how to translate that information for somebody else to understand it. Because that teacher was so bright, she had all the accolades, she had everything we can think of in a chemistry, but she couldn't teach chemistry. She couldn't teach it. And I remember they had to change that teacher very quickly. You know, they had to teach that because a lot of the students who were doing very well in chemistry, including myself, just lost interest. But at that point, for me, it was so far gone and never recovered from that because she came in a critical time, you know, CXC time where, you know, are close to that time, and I never recovered from it. So, you know, I said that, and there was another instance for me with Spanish. I wasn't very interested in it at one point, and then I got a specific Spanish teacher, Senora Noel, and she made me become so interested in it. I even started getting the highest in class at some point. And then when they changed her, you know, my interest dropped because I got a teacher who, same thing, he couldn't really teach me. So there's so much things that goes into kids, how they learn and how they, you know, how they then reason out and show you what they learn. It's about teaching styles and stuff like that too. And I think that is something we need to try and learn too and try to implement somewhere. I know it's going to be hard, but sometimes a teacher must recognize that this student doesn't learn this way. Maybe another class would suit them better, and you know, help certain students because their learning style can be different. You know, and every student is different. Every student, because like my older daughter now, for her, she is doing a certain subject and she's doing excellent in the subject, but she's like, Mommy, you know, I just realized that this teaching style doesn't work for me, so I had to do extra work in this subject, you know, to learn it in my way. And it worked for her, but not every student will be able to do that. Some people need to be taught hands-on, but some people will take the extra initiative and say, his or her teaching style is not working for me, but I can go ahead and do it on my own, right? And then my younger daughter is the same. She likes a certain kind of teaching style. So whenever you know, she gets her new teachers, I go and meet them. I make sure that I talk to them. I tell them what works for her, and I tell them what to look out for and stuff like that. So I've always appreciated my kids' learning pattern. I always try to find out what makes my kids learn better. You know, I always try to find that out, and then I kind of foster that environment for them. My older daughter, she will study all day, but then she don't want to noise. No, not she don't want to noise. She'll play her music and be studying in the noise, and I like a little white noise or whatever. But my younger daughter, I realized that she might more like a quiet era when she's doing her work. So I try to foster the environments that work for them. So, you know, I went on and on about this whole situation, but I was just talking about big up everybody with the pep. And this is not the end of the road for you. This is not the end of the road. And some people are late bloomers. Always remember that too. Some people are late bloomers. I know people who never did Sabosi in a primary school, but then get older and know they're a doctor. That real story that. They work like exceptional in primary school. But then after they left primary school, somewhere between that time and now, they found their groove and they're doctors and they're successful and smart doctors, right? So some people are late bloomers. I know people who were late bloomers even through high school who never got CXC, but they went back to school, found their groove, found what worked for them, and then guess what? You're doing very well in whether a corporate job or a hands-on blue collar job, right? So we want to encourage the students this, like today, we're proud of you. Big up on yourself to even have the strength and the bravery to go and go sit the exam whether you think you're going to pass or not. We still want to applaud you for showing up. We're not telling you must do the bare minimum, you know. I will not encourage you to just answer back and just show up and not do nothing. But I'm saying, I know that some people are not exam takers. I had to work through that with my older daughter. At one point, she used to just freak out when at exam time. freak out. And I had to work with her through that. She know everything. She's very bright, but me have to work with her through that. She just never like take the exams, or she just the setting. I wasn't sure what it was, and I think her thing when we found out is just that she's afraid of making a mistake. And then we had to work with her to tell her that that's a part of life. Because I said any mistake you make, you'll never make it again. Because you'll always remember, say, no, man, remember the time I did right, and never aim it right. Can remember, can I get it wrong. So I will never forget that again. So I want to say this to say, every child learns differently. Every child responds differently to different situations, right? So don't beat up the pitney them if them not pass for the so-called traditional schools or whatever, because for them time might be next year, and for them time might even be after them graduate. You understand? Because they might go do one course now or something else, so it work for them. You understand? So big up the students and do pep. Proud of you. Proud of you. I don't know nobody right now off the top of my brain that their child is expected or their child sat pep. I don't know anybody right now. I kind of feel like I really get old enough. Because I grow up, everybody will know. I don't know if any of my friends, I need to check. Maybe when I let some time I can go sit down and go check social media and see if any of my friends posted any of their family members or their own kids that did pep. But you know, I know it's a difficult time. You know, because people always think that kids don't have stresses. Their own phases that they are in life right now, those stages bring their own kind of stresses. So we want to acknowledge the fact that kids do have stress. You understand? It might not be the same stress as yours, because them do have bills paying. Because we popular to say that as Jamaicans, you know, well, you could have stressed about paying the bills. No, but they're stressing about their homeworks, they're stressing about their friendships, they're stressing about, you know, doing a test. So they do have stresses, and we have to acknowledge that. And I try to foster that relationship with my kids, not to tell them, say, only not have nothing to stress about. I know that they have things to stress about. It's just not the same things that I'm stressing about at my big age. So they do have stresses, and they do have challenges with their friends and with their teachers and with, you know, different things. So yeah, big up the kids them. I'm proud of Uno. And I went on and on. I just wanted a company. One watch the plate them. I'm done watch the two little plate them now. But I am so grateful for everybody that passed through, whether I want to stay or whether I want to leave. Thank you guys so much. You guys are the real MVP. And I hope if anybody here is watching and they're not subscribed, I really want them to subscribe. I saw it hard for subscribe. It's free now. No, so what do really I tell me say? I'm gonna work something with free. If it's free for subscribe, I want to not subscribe. So only there for pay. And what would I do? Would have the subscriber then? Because if only have to pay for subscribe, what would I do? Because if it's free for subscribe, I want to still not subscribe. What happens when I lock down this and I only people who pay can watch me? Just kidding, that will never happen. Never happen. But subscribe if you don't subscribe yet. And tell somebody, if you subscribe, tell somebody if you subscribe. When I say I struggle to get a little subscriber them, when you tell a friend them to subscribe, my man, when I stay so, when I stay so bad, when I say, listen, I know I look at a young channel, you know. We are going with a little stuff, and she take a little time to learn to edit, and she put out a little video them, and she start go live every now and again. Go and go subscribe so you can see when she drop a video them, and go and go subscribe when she try prank her husband and fail. Because I be laugh should laugh at the prank them. I can't wait to look back and say, boy, is he never when he say laugh at the prank them? And now you turn pro. You don't know what that what them something there? You don't know what that? You know what I be laugh at the prank them. And now I start turn pro and just a mash up here the head. Oh, you know what that? Subscribe. Subscribe, man. Tell somebody. If everybody will watch this or everybody will come and subscribe to me, tell somebody else to subscribe. But I have too much. Almost 3,000 subscribers. I have. If everybody just tell one other person to subscribe, but I have almost 3,000 subscribers. Can you imagine? And I created some playlists. When you want to watch a playlist, them if you're even busy and you can't sit down so and watch a TV or sit down so and watch a phone, just play them and listen. And when you hear some excited and run come peep on the phone or run come peep on the TV, go and go check out the playlist them and just run the playlist them and get to know me. The playlist then we just continue playing and you can see other videos and thing. Alexa, stop. Yeah, go and listen, watch the playlist them man and watch the video them. As I say, you don't have to sit down so and stare upon it. Go and listen while on the clean. Go and listen while on the clean, man. Subscribe and go watch the playlist them and get to watch a couple of the video them. Let me see if that go work. Because I'm really trying. I'm busy. I'm whole of something, but I try in between. And as I said earlier, nothing try, nothing done. As I said earlier, nothing will come easy, not worth it. So me I go and pinga panga we don't know. Me I go and pinga panga we don't know, you know. Me I go and see if one of you go just be the first to step out and tell 1-2 person say go and go subscribe. And you know what though? Me I go try see as soon as possible when I can do. I'm going to do a challenge. I'm going to do a challenge and see if it works. I'm going to do a challenge and see if it works. Alright? But yeah, I'm not telling you right now because I want to wait till all the pound and come back. So look out for another live. Turn on your post notification. So that's when I come live and I can come on. I'm going to try to do one challenge. Something with an incentive, something that will give you a prize. I don't know what to give as a prize. I really don't know what to give as a prize. I really want some suggestions. But I would want like what kind of prize to give because I want to challenge you guys to do something and I'm gonna put an incentive to it so it can be very exciting. You know, I put some kind of incentive to it. Nothing too crazy, nothing too expensive, nothing too big, but you know it might can stop a gap. So make us see what we're gonna do. But I got the next turn on your post notification so that you can be notified when I go live again and subscribe. Subscribe, turn on the post notification because I'm going to think about some kind of prize or some kind of something that we can give away to somebody who would have successfully completed the first person to successfully complete a challenge that we have. How about that? I'm going to do that. That is what I'm going to do. So let's see. All right, so I'm gonna definitely do that. So I'm gonna say, yeah, thank you guys for keeping my company. I'm gonna run because I have a few stuff to get done. I'm gonna try and edit a video tonight as well. Hopefully I can because I think I have a little washing to do and something. But but thank you for keeping my company. I'm gonna go. And sometimes I realize because when I'm outside and I'm using the data, I get disconnected prematurely. I always start act up after a while. I don't know why. So then I watch the face and I don't close up the live then properly. Okay? Do not watch the face. Nobody says Zena Alice is end the live suddenly. So it's not me. Once I end the live without ending the live properly, I was abruptly disrupted. Okay? So I'm never just ending the live. Okay? Alright. So but now I'm ending the live and I'm telling you guys, thank you so much for keeping my company. Thank you for the persons who engaged with me through the comments. I appreciate it. I appreciate your time because I could have done something else. And if you choose to come right, so look on me. Yeah. I appreciate Uno. Uno are the real MVP, what the writer so Uno right now are the real MVP. Thank you guys so much, and I hope you watch the next video that I post, and I hope you join me on my next live. Have a blessed day, and we're almost at the end of the week, guys. It's Wednesday. Have a blessed day and a blessed rest of the week. See you guys soon, whether through videos or whether through a live. Bye.